Hey folks, Randy here with Dolan Cut and Trim. So today we are mowing my most overgrown property of the year so far. Some of the grass in this property is 3 foot tall. And I knew this was probably going to happen when I got this lawn because when I cut this lawn for the first time the year before, it was every bit as long as it is now. I apologize for my poor camera work. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I'm actually a full-time lawn care professional, not a videographer. So, doing my best here, trying to get perspective, but every time I do any kind of recording with my iPhone, which is what I'm doing here, it just doesn't look that great. So, but now, thank God, we're switching over to the GoPro, which is foggy. I don't know why it's foggy. And I apologize for it being foggy, man. I wish it wasn't foggy, but it is. And as I mentioned previously, I'm not a videographer, buddy. You know, I got a GoPro. And the reason why I got a GoPro is because you don't even really have to point at what you're wanting to shoot at, just like get in the general direction. So, as you guys can see, I mean, this is a very overgrown lawn. And maybe I should have run over everything with the trimmer first and tried to clean everything up, or at least knock it down a little bit with that first. But honestly, I didn't feel like it, so I didn't do that. So, by the way, in case you couldn't figure out what that bucket was for, now you know. I've been experimenting with, putting, putting some kind of storage system on the deck of the mower. Actually, I think it's Brad with Copper Creek Cuts. He has he puts a bucket on the front of his. Not that it's specific that he's the only person that does that, but he has this cool thing that he did where he took like the top of a what do you call it? Took the head of a broom and screwed it there so you can just like stuff it in there and it keeps stuff from flying back out, which I thought was a really great idea. So I kind of been goofing around with having that bucket bolted to the deck for the last, I don't know, week or two, just to see if I like it. I like it fine, but having the grabber right there is awful. You would not, or maybe you would believe, oh, my GoPro just turned off. You would not believe just how often that grabber gets caught by like a tree branch and just goes flying. And I won't even notice it, which is kind of funny. I'll just be like mowing and then on the next pass be like, oh, there's my grabber. I wonder when that fell out. So anyway, so when I'm doing these crazy overgrown jobs like this, what I like to do is just kind of spray everything out and then stripe one way and then stripe another. So, I mean, because like right now, we're just trying to get the sucker knocked down. I mean, and actually, I was actually very impressed with myself by the time this lawn was done because I did not think it was going to look good. But it actually turned out quite well. Which actually now I'm like kind of curious. How long is this video? I don't want to overshoot it. But my GoPro is making me think I'm missing some footage. So I wonder. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But basically, yeah, like I just kind of like mowed it and then made another circle. And then at some point, I'm just going to start doing stripes. Like now. There we go. So now I'm striping it. And then, so I'm going to do it that way. And then I'm also going to do it crossways. And I was really impressed with how this worked out. This mower doesn't have the most powerful of engines. It's only a 12 horsepower Kohler, but it worked out pretty well. And I gotta finish up this narration here pretty quick because, as I think I didn't mention on this video, but I'm actually sitting in front of my mother's house because I'm about to do some work. And the other guy that's doing the work, the guy that actually knows what he's doing, he just pulled up. So, which I mean, I'm sure you guys don't really care about that. And honestly, I really should stay, on point with these narrations. But I mean, man, I'm just trying to let you in behind the curtain, man. This is what it's like as a lawn care YouTuber. More like a guy that cuts grass and also makes videos, lawn care YouTuber. That sounds a little pretentious, and I'm not pretentious at all, so I'm sorry for saying that. So now I'm, heading back. That's the other thing I love about these 36-inch walk behinds. You can get yourself through some ridiculously tight and goofy areas. Like, for example, this gate, which is the only way to access the yard. Um, so I'm making it through. That's actually my bucket, because I also had to do a poop removal on this yard before I cut the grass. Oh man, this yard was something else. And now the guy's walking over to me. I wonder if he's going to get up here and say hi before this video's over. Yep, he is. So I guess you're going to hear me talk to him. Hey, Evan. I'm actually in the middle of a narration for YouTube, so I guess you're on it now. He just walked away. I guess he didn't want his voice to be heard on this video. So as you can see, it looks pretty good now. Pretty happy with how that all turned out. A better man would edit that out, but I'm not editing it out. I'm leaving it in because I think it's funny. So, it's Randy with Dolan Cut and Trim. Have a good one.